Hey everyone, and welcome back to Obas Trending Gist, the channel where we break down the hottest and the most talked about topics in Nigeria and beyond. Today, we have some serious political drama that's got everyone talking. The outspoken Niger Delta figure, Asari Dokubo. You don't say anytime when you hear Asari Dokubo, your ear will go up to hear what he didn't talk. Okay, Asari has thrown a major challenge out there, and it's aimed directly at the former governor of Anambra State and the 2023 presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi. Asari is claiming that he can achieve in just 1 year what Peter Obi couldn't do in the entire 8 years as governor. Now, this is a bold, audacious claim. It brings up a huge debate. Are these kind of promises realistic, or is it just political talk? All of us know that political talk. Abba. In fact, it reminds me of the larger political promises we hear, like even when Peter Obi himself promising to start changing Nigeria in just 2 years. Okay? So, is Asari Dokubo serious, or is this just a way to stir the pot? We have the full clip of him making this statement. Let's get right into it. Don't just take my words for it. Let's watch the video and hear from Asari Dokubo himself. So pay close attention to his words and his tone. Sit back and take a watch.
And then somebody is talking about Peter Obi. Somebody is talking about this character. Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State. What did he do for 8 years? What did he do for 8 years? These are the questions. So it's not when you are tribalistic. Compare Peter Obi, Anambra, which is a gold mine. Give me Anambra. And if in 1 year I do not change Anambra, I will not take salary. I will not live in their government house. Anambra, I will live in my car. Give me Anambra if I will not change Anambra. Go to my village. I'm not a governor. Go to Obama. Go to Lenkalawari. Go to see what I'm doing. I don't wait for anybody. When you travel, when you go to Dubai, you go to United Arab Emirates, you go to Qatar, you come to China, you go to Turkey, you will not listen to any Nigerian leader that is talking. You will not listen to any governor that is talking. You will not listen to anybody who is controlling budget, because you are not sincere. You are tribal, and you are telling other people that they are tribal. Somebody was governor for 8 years. He has nothing to show. He has nothing to... How can anybody compare Peter Obi with Tinubu? How? Go to Lagos. Go to Lagos before... Look at Lagos before 1999 and Lagos of today. He was there for 8 years. He left...
Okay, you don't hear Asari now. You don't hear him rant. Now, so they talk. There's a lot to unpack there, man. So we are going to break it down piece by piece. First, the core of Asari's argument is questioning Peter Obi's legacy in Anambra State. He repeatedly asked, what did he do for 8 years? He compared Anambra, which he calls a gold mine, to other developed places like Dubai, Qatar, and China, suggesting it has unfulfilled potentials, saying potentials full Anambra where they never tap from. And that is true. Anambra get potentials well. This is a classic political attack strategy. Discredit your opponent by questioning their past achievements, but then he makes his own monumental claim. He says, give me Anambra, and if in 1 year I do not change Anambra, I will not take salary. Who will give you Anambra? You are just talking. I will not live in their government house. I will live in my car. You know that this is just a joker. Asari is a joker. Just the talk, just to keep himself relevant. That's why he's talking. So let's be real for a second. Can anyone, no matter how brilliant or well-intentioned, truly transform an entire state in just 1 year? A state with complex issues like infrastructure, security, education, healthcare, and civil service. That is a gigantic promise. Building a single major road or hospital can take more than a year from budget approval to completion. So, the claim itself is pure political hyperbole, designed to get a reaction, and clearly it worked. Let us look at the other side. Peter Obi supporters, the obedient, would strongly disagree with Asari. They will point to Peter Obi's record of saving billions for the state, taking Anambra's education ranking from 26th to 1st, clearing pension and gratuity arrears, and developing infrastructure. Without borrowing money, they see him as a prudent and effective manager. His critics, however, will argue that the savings are debatable and that the infrastructure wasn't as widespread as claimed. But here is the most interesting part of this whole situation, the comparison I mentioned earlier. Peter Obi campaigned on the promise of turning Nigeria around, suggesting visible change within 2 years. Now, Asari Dokubo is using a similar but even more extreme type of promise to challenge him. It shows a pattern in our political discourse where grand, often unrealistic timelines are used to capture the public's imagination. It makes you wonder, are we the people too eager to believe in quick fixes? And finally, we have to consider the source. Asari Dokubo is not a controversial politician. He is a former militant leader who has been very vocal in his support for the current administration and a fierce critic of Peter Obi. So this isn't coming from a neutral observer. This is a political jab from an opponent's camp. Oh my goodness, a political jab from an opponent camp. Okay, his goal here is likely not to actually run for governor of Anambra, but to create a narrative that undermines Peter Obi's reputation as a competent leader. So, what's the final gist? We have a classic case of political theater. Asari Dokubo has made a headline-grabbing, impossible to deliver promise to highlight what he sees as Peter Obi's failure. It's a powerful narrative, whether you agree with it or not, and it forces us to re-examine the records of our leaders and the promises of those who want to lead. But I want to know what you think. This is where the conversation really begins. Do you think Asari Dokubo has a valid point about Peter Obi's 8 years tenure in Anambra, or is he completely off the mark? Yes, he is completely off the mark. What do you make of his claims to change Anambra in just 1 year? Is it confidence or just empty talks, pure empty talks, as they say, empty barrel, now they make the most noise? I'm not calling it, I don't call them. And most importantly, does this kind of political challenge actually help our democracy, or does it create more division? Yeah, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. I need every single one, and I'm really curious to see the different perspective on this. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more trending gist, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Oba's Trending Gist and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay sharp. Peace out.